We saw this earlier. Carl Edwards down on the bottom here in the 99 car, and he's coming up on Kasey Kahne. Ducks below the yellow line. Actually has the car on the apron, which is tricky in itself. But that's a no-no. And NASCAR is going to send him to the back.
I don't know if I can share my thoughts on the penalty on the air. That was just me trying not to wreck the whole field. Kasey was going to block me a little bit, and that's too bad they think that way, but we got 50 laps. So I guarantee we'll be back up the front, but we might have to do some more of that. Hopefully they don't penalize us the same.
And NASCAR's rule is now if he had made that move and then given that position back, he would have been okay, but he did not give the position back. That's why he's going to the back.
Kyle Busch wants to pit. He tried not to get out of line, but the 11 got in under him. They were telling him to wave everybody off, and then he tried to get around Tony Stewart. And we got everybody trying to pit and go around people.
Trying not to wreck. Carl Edwards, the 99 car, had no place to go. They all started slowing up in front of him. And
out on Edwards.
Bill, they just told him over the radio that he will have to make a pass through. He said, for what? They said, you passed below the yellow line. He said, I was trying to avoid the crash. And then his spotter, Bobby Hudson, chimed in and said, I'm sure other cars passed us because we slowed down. We'll have to take a look at the tape.
that's what it looked like to me. Let's take a look at it. But everybody slowed up in front of him. See him on the bottom there. Now these guys are all slowing down. All Carl Edwards is doing right there is avoiding a wreck. He did not gain any position.
He lost position.
By doing that, he lost 3 positions. I do not understand that one. I guess he could have just wrecked him and then not got penalized, but I mean, that was just avoiding a crash.
I'm not coming. It's wrong.
I wouldn't either. That's Carl Edwards on the radio. Driver, crew chief, car owner 99 to the NASCAR rig after the race.
I'm sure what NASCAR is going to say that he passed the cars, the 5 and 48 that were making a pit stop. He passed those under the yellow line.
But what else was he going to do in that
pass
situation?
above the yellow line because they're slowing down to pit road speed.
He's either going to run him over or he's going to do what he did. What he did, he avoided a crash. I don't know any other thing he could have done in that situation.
Be fun talking about for the next week, though. Carl Edwards is taking his penalty, his passing penalty on pit road.
At 55 miles per hour. Why didn't he go ahead and pit?
He has to do the pass-through anyway.
Oh, got to do both, huh? Well, that's going to hurt.
Carl Edwards was on pit road. He has been penalized for too fast entering. Another pass-through penalty.
This is where you pass through the garage area.
Yeah, you pass right down pit road into the garage.
I'm not pulling in. I don't know how we get penalized for checking up and everybody passes us. We lost spots and we're getting penalized. Not penalized because we're not pulling in. Are we gonna lose the lap? I'm not coming. It's wrong. Come down pit road now, Carl. Oh, wrong or not? There are rules. Come down pit road. I'm sorry, buddy. I got to draw the line there. Sorry, man.
Oh, I see Tony Stewart and Clint Boyer get together. And when Boyer goes down to dodge Tony, runs right in the side of Carl Edwards.
Carl came in 13th in the championship standings.
Ooh, Tony almost got in the fence.
Then came down and got Boyer, and that took out Carl Edwards.
Looked to me like Stewart was mad at Boyer and drove into Boyer.
That's what it looked like. He's coming down pit road, and
Is that Carl Edwards that did that?
Carl Edwards was behind him. Another look.
I think Carl's going to be sitting for a lap now.
You think?
Racing too hard at the beginning of a 500-mile race. I mean, the problem is they don't learn give and take in the Busch Series, and they run the Busch Series on Saturday, and you know they came from Martinsville yesterday, and they come here to Pocono today, and they're still racing like they're at Martinsville in the Busch Series. This is not the Busch Series. This is the Nextel Cup Series. So if they'll if they would all learn a little give and take, none of us would have been in this position. I mean, Carl ended up with a bad day because of it. The 5 car ended up with a bad day. I ended up with a bad day. So, 4 cars ended up with a bad day because one guy couldn't be a little bit patient at the beginning and use a little give and take like they talk about in a driver's meeting every week.
Yeah, trailer hitch, the bed coming down here. We need to get out of the way.
First of all, congratulations to Denny. That's a great job. But between Tony and I don't know. From what I saw, him in the 7, had a problem there, and he turned left into the 7 because he, appeared he was upset or something, and ended up costing us a lot of points on a day when we needed a lot. And I don't know if he knew it affected us or not, but I pulled up and waved my hand at him like, "What are you doing?" And he gave me the finger, and I just can't stand for getting wrecked and getting the finger from the same guy in the same 20 minutes, so I spun him out. But I shouldn't have done it on pit road. I made sure to do it to the right, though. I didn't want to injure anybody.
So, okay, and so the guys were kind of laughing because I guess in Wally's world, one or the other is okay, but not both. I'm sure that's why he was laughing. Overall, your performance today, obviously not what you wanted, but, overall not bad?
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean not bad?
Yeah, well, I guess that's the wrong way to go. You got the finger, you got wrecked, and everything else. Not a good day.
No, it wasn't good, but, I got a lot of respect for the sport and for all his guys and everything. That's why I didn't wreck him any worse, I guess. But hopefully we'll have some good runs coming up here. But thanks, Office Depot. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and just too bad that happened.
Everybody else is doing a little bit of that mirror drive we talked about earlier, but Robbie got a good restart. He's right on the back. He's going to take a look, and Earnhardt's going to be up on the high side. Carl Edwards just got his mirrors full. He's a little bit loose off the 2. He's sideways around, and he got turned.
Caution flag is out. And here comes Carl Edwards back out on the track.
Carl runs into the 8 car.
Well, I'm sure, NASCAR had a meeting with us the other day, Tony and I, and said they weren't going to stand for that stuff, so we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I hope Dale's, I don't know what to say. It's racing. I was just upset.
Did you get too loose off of turn 2? The video looks like you got a little loose off of 2.
We broke something. I think it was traction. So we'll see. I mean, it's just...
It is what it is.
Yeah, I ain't going to get mad. I've had enough stuff happen lately. I'm just having a good time, and I just want to make sure he knew that I was upset.
I was about to interview Matt Kenseth right there, and you can see Carl Edwards walks up. We thought he was joking, actually, at first. He walks over and starts talking to Matt Kenseth, but it became a little bit heated, and there was some shoving back and forth and so forth. But you can see right there, it wasn't joking around.
Oh, here he goes. See the back end of the 18 kick out. Okay, he got into it right there. Moved him out of the way. He's got the lead.
Here comes Kyle back at him again. He's going to get to him.
Yeah, gave him a little shove.
The bump and run, the Bristol move.
There comes Denny right there, too.
Denny Hamlin said, my turn to play. I got a bumper, too. Here's the post race. They're still.
No, he hit me getting into turn 1, which got me a little bit loose, chattered the rear tires, but, whatever. That's, Carl's going to say he's sorry he didn't want to race that way because he always does, Mr. Ed likes. So we'll take it, we'll go on, and, we'll race him that way in a chase if that's the way he wants to race. Yeah, I just, that's one of those deals where I couldn't get by him, and I couldn't get by him. And I just had to ask myself, would he do that to me? And he has before, so that's the way it goes. And just really proud of my guys, Office Depot. Got to thank the fans, Ford Motor Company, AdvoCare. Man, that's exciting. They keep talking about rivalries. We might have one now.
You two were very close, but not fast enough to get him on the short runs. That last adjustment, do you think your car got that much better, or did his get a little slower?
Well, I kind of just ran into him, That's what happened. It's too bad we tore up the car a little bit after the race, but I guess he wasn't happy about it. I can understand, but just in the back of my mind, all I could think about was Richmond at a nationwide race when he was trying to get through the field and he pile drove me, and you know, I mean, it's just the way it is, just racing. I got a lot of respect for the guy, and he was real fast, but we can't give up points when they're right there for us to take.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him.
No, no.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
3 wide, going in there. Whoa!
Oh, Carl gets tapped from behind. Look out, could get hit. He gets Allgaier and then gets tagged by another car that comes into the view there. I can't see the number because they're backlit from the sun. It is the 32 of Brian Eichler, the 29 of Stephen Light. Oh, and Matt DiBenedetto is also involved in this. You mentioned it, aggressive driving. We just saw it. Able to get refired, so he will not go a lap down, but now those tires are flat spotted.
Back at lap 41, watch the 12 on the bottom, the red car just barely gets into Edwards, sending Carl up and into Joey Logano, pretty much ruining both their days. Now both those cars were repaired, came back on track many laps down.
A little crossover move here by Carl. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact.
Oh,
look at that thing go.
That looks so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did, and I'm so wondering and hoping that when they put the spoiler back on these cars, they'll quit turning over like this.
Keselowski's put the window net down.
The roof flaps deployed, but it did not sit that car back down. I'm like you, Darrell. I'm going to be so glad to see that rear spoiler back on these cars.
I think that's it's got to be something to that.
That car took a hard hit in the left A pillar, the windshield post right in front of the driver.
These two also got together in Memphis in the Nationwide Series race. In fact, Keselowski wrecked Edwards over at Memphis.
What you just heard was Bob Osborne telling his driver, Carl Edwards, that NASCAR is parking Edwards for the balance of the race, and he's being called to the NASCAR hauler.
See, this is the fear that NASCAR has to have when they say they're going to let the guys be guys, let the drivers be drivers and take care of things themselves. And this is a fear that they have to have.
He's not doing himself no favor right now going backwards down pit road either. They're not going to like that at all.
So Carl Edwards goes to the garage after contact between he and Brad Keselowski sends Keselowski on his roof out of the race.
Yeah, I'm okay. You know, first off, Penske Racing had some phenomenal cars today. Really proud of the 12 team. Everybody on the Mopar 12 Dodge Charger. A lot to be proud of back home in the shop. I think Kurt's got a real good, strong shot at winning it, so I'm really pulling for him. Hopefully he'll get it done for Penske today, but just a wild ride that was uncalled for.
Brad, check this out too. I know Carl a little earlier, he had some words. He said maybe it wasn't his fault. Then he said it was. He took the blame, but he also said you weren't giving him any room out there.
You know, he cut down on me on a restart, and I lifted. I couldn't lift fast enough for him. I lifted for him to let him in, but I was there. I don't know what more you could do. You know, Carlo, that's what they say. So I was underneath him. Tried to cut him a break. It was too late, though. He turned down. So I apologized to him, but there's nothing I could do in that situation. And to come back and just intentionally wreck someone, that's not cool. I mean, it could have killed somebody in the grandstands. And I know that it's a little ironic that it's got me saying that, but at least I didn't do it intentionally when it happened. So it'll be interesting to see how NASCAR reacts to it. They have the ball. If they're going to allow people to intentionally wreck each other at tracks this fast, we will hurt someone either in the cars or in the grandstands. So it's not cool to intentionally wreck somebody at 195 mile an hour.
Well, Brad knows the deal between him and I, and you know, the scary part was that his car went airborne, which was not at all what I expected. And you know, at the end of the day, we come out here to race, and people got to have respect for one another, and I have a lot of respect for people's safety. And I wish that wouldn't have gone like it did, but I'm glad he's okay, and we'll just go on and race some more, and maybe him and I won't have any more incidents together. That'd be the best thing.
Friday, during an interview session here, Harvick was asked about a comment he made earlier in the week on Carl Edwards' post-Atlanta penalty and his use of the term fake to describe Edwards.
You can't be the nice guy, you can't be the bad guy, and you can't be the bully. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about that.
Now, Edwards, when asked to respond, told the Associated Press, quote, "I have absolutely no respect for Kevin. I think he's a bad person. That's my opinion. I've told him that. We've had our deal before, and his actions through that interaction were so devious and underhanded and cowardly. I just have no respect for him," end quote.
Reed Sorensen waiting in the wings. Here's Keselowski on the inside. Carl Edwards, can he make it stick on the outside? Brad thought he had the best car all night. Took the inside line in the restart. This is going to be down to the wire. Oh, they touch. He spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl Edwards will win. And they stack up on him.
You are the man. He deserves it. Good job.
I just hope Keselowski's okay here. That was a hard hit, guys. That was ugly.
Direct behind you. Just slow it down. Slow it down. There's a big wreck here.
Big contact on Keselowski as the other cars racing to the finish came to the line. And Keselowski got spun around hard. Carl Edwards going for the win.
We're gonna have plenty to talk about here.
Well, there's no question. Damage to the 60.
I just couldn't let him take the win from me. My guys worked way too hard for that. We had a great restart. My guys built me a great car, and we came to the checker flag. And I hate to see stuff tore up, but we came here to win. And he took it from us there in turn one. And just an awesome race. I can't thank Copart.com enough, Fastenal, and AdvoCare. AdvoCare's always got me under their wing, and I just really appreciate their support. So, and thanks to the fans. Thanks for coming out here and braving the hot weather. And you know, I'm sure some of them don't like that win, Brad Keselowski fans and stuff, but man, I just couldn't let him take it from me. I had to do what I had to do.
This is definitely going to be the Brad and Carl show going to the end of this season. Do you think that this win, the way that this win happened, will set up the way that you guys will race each other moving forward?
I hope not. I mean, the deal is we raced really well there. I don't know, for 10 laps straight or something earlier in the race. He just went in, he just got in over his head and tried too hard, and it was at my expense. So that was at his expense, and we got our win. But I think he could have got me without hitting me. I think his car was good enough. We could have been side by side across the finish line, and I would have much rather had that. But we got the trophy.
Brad got into Carl, getting out on turn one, race him. They bumped, they rubbed, typical rubbing racing deal. Carl flipped out like he did at Atlanta and tried to kill the kid. I'm sick and tired of this. I'll get my own uniform back on and take care of this. He ain't gonna kill my boy. He just overreacted so bad. If he wanted to bump Brad, it's one thing, but don't drive him through the inside guardrail. Don't put him in the grandstands at Atlanta. That's asinine.
Got Bob Keselowski over there going over to check on his son Brad, obviously upset with what he saw in the final lap.
Still. Logano closing it and still there. Still 4 to Logano. Clear 2 back, closing hard 1. All clear. We'll regroup, got 10 on the 2. Ask the 99 what his problem is. Don't worry about it, bud. Just keep racing him hard. You're doing an awesome job, man. Somebody needs to explain to that dumb who the he think he is, man. I'm telling that right there. You got 10-4, we'll let him know. All right, we're going to get him here. You should be mad at him. I saw what he did. We're going to get him right here. Hey, you've out-wrecked yourself before. I'm forgetting about it. Let's move on.
He goes up, right there. He forces Kasey Kahne in the wall, but it's not over with. Watch Kahne. He comes down on him. Here comes Martin Truex in the 78 on the inside, but when they get down here to the corner, I don't think these two guys were real happy with each other, and bam.
That tipped Denny Hamlin.
Got Hamlin a little
Edwards
bit too.
Almost saved it right here. Tempers flare as we ride with Clint Boyer.
Keep coming. He's spinning down. He's spinning down. He's spinning down. It's going to be fine around the bottom. Get low. Don't get to the apron, though. Just stay low. Stay low. You'll be fine. Clear low. You're fine. Yellow's out.
Look at Kurt Busch battling out there on the outside of the 19. Whoa! Wreck down the back straight with a 19.
Kidding me? Big wreck behind you. Caution south. Caution south.
Well, we knew that it might be a little wild and crazy here at the end.
Yeah, that would hurt. Give me a break. Who was that?
That was Kyle Larson.
What an idiot.